Hey guys, let me tell you something. When I got to college, all right, okay. I went to Bethune-Cookman University in Daytona Beach, Florida. And I'm from Chicago, and I got to be honest. When the coach from Bethune-Cookman called me and said, son, we're interested in you coming down here and playing and being a member of the Wildcats, I was like, cool. When I found out it was in Florida, oh my goodness, because the day the coach called me, I think it was something like about 20 degrees in Chicago, and I'm thinking Daytona Beach, Florida. And the main thing I kept thinking about, because just like you guys do now, I used to watch a lot of TV. And there was a series of movies that came out during that time, and it had this woman on there. I confess I was in love with her. Beautiful Italian girl, Annette Funicello. And she had this one movie called Beach Blanket Bingo. And it was set in Daytona Beach. And it was like every girl in Daytona Beach had on a little, what you call a little bikini thing, and they were looking good. And so I remember when I was in high school, a part of me, because I'd never been to Florida. I'd never seen the ocean. I didn't know anything about a beach except in Chicago. And when I got recruited to go there, I was sitting there saying to myself, I'm going to Daytona Beach. Because during that time, Daytona Beach, it was the spring break capital of the world. And I remember I went there, and while I was playing ball in college, at one point there was a guy who owned some hotels there who would always hire ball players as extra and additional security. They just want us to stand around and look big and intimidate folk. And so that was my job, and I would do that during spring break time. And it was interesting. Almost every year during spring break, and there were so many kids, it was incredible. It was unreal, from all over the country. All college students. So being a college student, that was just cool. All these girls from all these different places around the country. Oh, now I never saw Annette Funicello, but everybody else was there. And I loved it, except I noticed that almost every spring break, there would be folks who would get hurt. Almost every spring break, you'd have somebody who got drunk and decided they could jump from a second-story balcony or something like that, or a third-story balcony, who figured they could jump from there into a pool and survive. Well, almost every year we had someone that was caught in a fatality. Somebody died because they did something stupid like that, because a whole bunch of kids got drunk, thought it was no big deal, let's do this, because of the alcohol, had no perspective, no perception of what they were doing, and they did stuff that cost people their lives, or sometimes caused the people to be arrested. Well, I got to tell you, spring break is a wonderful time. Spring break can be all that and a bag of chips. But a lot of it's about the decisions you make while you're on spring break. And I got to tell you, one of the things that I'm real concerned about is when young people who are in high school, not even college students, high school kids, are going on spring break places like in Mexico, where they're allowing you to drink at 16 years old and things like that. And we have kids who are unsupervised down there drinking, and you don't even get it, do you? You don't even get it. When I was in college, and college students were coming spring break time, I would remember sitting around with some of my boys I played ball with, talking about trying to find girls there who we thought might be susceptible to being talked to being scammed, to blow their mind. That was the terminology we used. And so if you're a high school kid and you're going on a spring break situation, someplace where there's alcohol available to everybody, someplace where you got high school kids here, college students here, and the people who just live in a neighborhood who see you all coming and know you look good, and who then basically want to take advantage of you. And some of you have no clue that there are people out there who are really predators, and they're looking for you. Oh no, they're not like somebody you see on CSI Miami or something like that, but they're predators nonetheless. And so be careful at spring break, because you really, really, really can have a memory of spring break time that you will never ever forget, even though you wish and pray to God that you could forget it.
Life, lessons, we live.